Hello, my name is Jordan Krizik, and here is my EDL 852 case study. Summary of the case. Lightville Community Schools is in discussion of whether they should build onto their existing school or build a new middle school. Lightville has a predominantly rural population with 60% of the residents living on farms. 25 years ago, the district enrollment was 758 students, and now it is just over 1,200 students with an increasing rate of about 2% per year. With that, the architects and student and school board came up with three possible solutions for the community growth. Build an addition to the junior and senior high school, build additions to both existing schools, or number three, build a new middle school altogether. And they passed a vote by 53% saying that the school wanted a new middle school, and this new middle school will hold 450 students. Also, Superintendent Mr. Joe Rawlings and committee has hired Miss Susan Potter as a new principal. Miss Potter comes from a different district, a bigger district. She is skeptical of coming to this smaller district, but she's very excited for the opportunity. Miss Potter was tasked with making staffing decisions, organizes the school's programs, and collaborate with architects and managers. Staffing decisions was easy for her. A lot of the faculty came from within this district, so there's nothing new there, just a new leader for this faculty. Next was to organize the school's programs, the curriculum, extracurricular activities. The advisory committee. Ms. Potter appointed 4 teachers, 4 parents, and Helen Burke to serve on the vision and planning committee. She felt that these individuals were very good at what they did, and they cared about they had the most interest for the students and school alike. The committee would operate democratically. Each member has a vote on the decisions. Committee's first task is to develop a vision statement providing parameters for planning the program scope and implementation. These statements would reflect the collective values and beliefs of hopefully the community at large. All stakeholders would be given an opportunity to suggest aspects to the vision and counter aspects proposed by others. Without a vision, your school lacks direction. This committee wants Ms. Potter to come up with 3 statements so they can build off of, but Ms. Potter is refusing, so she is trying to get collaboration from the community to come up with these 3 statements. Synthesis of the case. The advisory committee would like Ms. Potter to start the foundation of the school and the vision and mission statement by being an autocratic leader, but Ms. Potter wants collaboration from the committee. With Ms. Potter being from a different area, she doesn't want to come in and step on anyone's toes if these statements are just off the wall compared to what they would like. She wants collaboration from everyone to make it a very personalized statement, vision, and mission statement, and philosophy. The committee wants her to be an autocratic leader. They say that she is an expert. School board employed her to lead. Were there any legal or ethical issues? Ethical committee has not asked Ms. Potter to do anything unethical. They just want her to come up with the 3 statements, but she is refusing at the moment. Ms. Potter feels uncomfortable creating a vision and mission statement alone. She wants collaboration, very personalized statements right now. Legal, no present laws were broken based on information given, no breach of contract. No one has been harmed or discriminated with this little weight, I'd say. People that are possibly affected by this: students, teachers, administrators, parents, community, unknown diversity. The longer they wait on this, the longer the teachers will have to create their curriculum or know what they're going to be teaching about. And in that case, comes back to the students, because then teachers aren't prepared, then the students won't be prepared, and it'll just be a total downfall. Place, Lightville Community, the middle school. This is a rural location. It is growing, but still a possibility that it could potentially stop one day. It's a growing community. Program, growing school district, the K-5 building, the middle school building itself, and the high school building, and also the curriculum. If they don't figure this out, then all these programs could be in jeopardy. Review and prioritize. Conflict decision be damaging to stakeholders or community? Yes, depending on what they want, what is taking place, the community could split, stakeholders could split. Some might have the same views as Ms. Potter, as they want inclusion and collaboration on this. Others are asking, why can't you just do this? We're hiring you because we view you as a visionary leader. This is your job to lead. Who has important stakes in this outcome? Everyone in the committee, parents, community, Ms. Potter, they all want this school to be have good culture, have a good climate. So they're trying to get everything right from the foundation and work their way up. All relevant stakeholders being consulted. No, they haven't asked every teacher or every community member. I know that they can, if they'd like to, they could probably open it up, have community members or teachers come in and voice their opinion. Maybe they would put that onto the statements as well. How could they learn more? You could also look at other schools with the same demographics and size to see how they address this aspect. You can look at data, collect that, look at their vision, mission, and philosophy statements, and pick out bits and pieces of that if you want to add into yours. That would be a very good way to start about this and learn more. There are 3 options that what Miss Potter could do. One would be she could refuse to come up with a mission and vision statement by herself. Consequences. If the committee sees that, then what they could possibly do is they could just completely isolate her and not give her any decision making. They would just use her just to manage the school, the middle school as a whole. Wouldn't give her any inputs. Option 2, Miss Potter creates all 3 statements by herself and presents them to the committee. This is another option. This is what they hired her to do, to be an autocratic leader. That's not her style, but she would still be able to do it. Consequences. Committee could just completely dissect the statements, belittle her, just make her feel awful, or there are good consequences as well. They could completely agree with her, and they can set those as their 3 statements, and then they can move on to the next thing. Or there would be option 3, where Ms. Potter advised an advisory committee agreed to work together to create the statements by values and beliefs of the committee and community. Some consequences. The committee might have trust issues. We hired you to do a job, and you're still looking for our beliefs or values, but that may be after they start working with her, we'll say that she's a visionary leader, and then they can collaborate together. So pros and cons for option 1. Tells committee you are serious in your beliefs. Have to build trust with the committee. It's one thing to say that I trust you, but it's another thing to actually put your money where your mouth is. Some cons: relationships may be hard to build or hard to repair. If they hire you to do a job and you refuse to do it, there's going to be some pushback from these administration or community leaders. Administration may have doubts in your abilities as a leader. This halts the process as well. Option 2, pros, shows you can take directions. They tell you to do something, or they give you something, and you are able to do it. You can get it done. The committee is happy. The process continues on to the next thing that needs discussed. Some cons for option 2. You have no support. You're kind of doing it on a whim, just doing it to the best of your ability. Mission and vision statement will lack stakeholders' values and priorities. You're not from here, you don't know. Option 3, pros, incorporate all stakeholders, builds inclusion, builds a relationship between administrators and community. This would be a great working school, have great culture, have great climate. Cons, committee may have doubt in your abilities as a leader. Still, if they're still questioning, creates vision and mission statement alone. Still have to do that by yourself. Best option, I believe that I'll be leaning more towards option 3. I feel that this inclusion is something that needs to be worked out together. The teachers, community members, and administration alike should agree on these 3 statements, which show that the community is designed to build the future together, not off the back of someone else. shows that they want to work together to build a great school. All stakeholders being consulted? No, only the only the individuals in the committee. Implementing decisions path. What I would do is I would research other communities with similar demographics and find out what their vision and mission statements say. Then you would have some groundwork to work with. You can take out bits and pieces. You can collect data from their school, look at their statements, say you like this aspect, you definitely want this aspect in your own, so you take that and put that in your own. I would definitely create a vision and mission statement and present them to the committee. You use the districts as a reference. This is what they already have. This is what we're trying to accomplish with the vision. You want this school to be great for the students and a great atmosphere. So you're trying to build great statements. You could let the committee add or subtract from statements. Then that will then become the vision and mission statement for the middle school. They can dissect it, say this is our beliefs, these are our values that we would like to instill into the school as a whole. What may happen, stakeholders, there might be pushback or one individual pushback. If that happens, I would definitely like to meet with the individual that has pushback, see if we can't get that settled. If not, if there's more individuals, if there's more than one, come in front of the committee, see how they want to address this issue. Or if not, I could even bring in the superintendent, let him hear it, let him decide what he kind of wants to do as well. Who needs to know? Any stakeholders who have an interest in the school, any teachers, community members, you can open it up. You can say that these are our three, this is what we have. Is there anything else that you would like to see, or is there anything that you felt needs to be taken out? Dealing with issues, have one-on-one meetings to discuss the issues, conducting a meeting with the committee on the issue, bring in Superintendent Rawlings to hear and actively decide on the matter. Kind of like what I said up top. Here are my references, and here are the standards that we used for this case study. Thank you. Have a good day.